Royal Award for Selfless Teenager who supported fellow young cancer patients. An Edinburgh schoolgirl who used her cancer diagnosis as a springboard to support other young patients has been recognised for her positivity and selflessness at an event at Buckingham Palace. Rosa Ross, 14, was one of 7 young people recognised at the Duke of Edinburgh's Award Charity's annual This Is Youth celebration in November, which saw her invited to tea with the Duke and a host of celebrities. Rosa, who attends Trinity Academy in Edinburgh, was diagnosed with stage 4 non-Hodgkin lymphoma, a cancer of the lymphatic system, in January 2024. I had the mindset of, if I have to go through this horrible experience, there must be something good to come out of it. Rosa Ross. Her singing teacher had noticed an abnormality in her breathing, and she went on to experience a high fever, extreme chest pain and shortness of breath, which turned out to be caused by a fist-sized tumor pushing on her heart and lungs. She underwent 4 cycles of treatment as an inpatient, each involving 8 days of chemotherapy, immunotherapy, steroids and operations, before continuing to receive further treatment as an outpatient. Rosa, who had been 4 months into her Duke of Edinburgh Dauphy Bronze Award when she received her diagnosis, said she was determined to make something good come out of her experience. She decided to continue with her Dauphy in spite of her illness, and completed part of her award by supporting other young people going through similar treatment in hospital. She helped organize ward activities to bring them together, and offered support to those worried about hair loss, all while undergoing weeks of intensive treatment herself. I had the mindset of, if I have to go through this horrible experience, there must be something good to come out of it, she said. I could see how much going through cancer treatment absolutely sucks, and if I could do anything to make it a tiny bit easier for the other young people, just a tiny smile or a laugh, I wanted to. It meant I could enjoy aspects of my time, while also helping others. I'd support the staff by going and having a chat with any young people who were worried about losing their hair. I could give a first-hand perspective and say, yes, it's terrible, but when it comes back it looks like this. I'd let them try on things like a fun pink wig and a headband that looks like hair, or my wig. I think it makes it less scary. I was losing my hair at the same time, so it felt like we were in it together. One of the kids left me a note saying thank you and signed it, from your new friend, which meant a lot. Rosa also used her physiotherapy sessions to continue her singing as part of the skills section of her award. My lungs had partially collapsed with treatment, so part of my physio was blowing bubbles to try and encourage my lungs to work, she said. We used to sing a lot of Taylor Swift. It was the highlight of my week and really good for increasing my lung capacity. I had to have nasal oxygen, and I was sleeping sitting upright as the tumor was pressing on my lungs, so it was definitely a challenge. Rosa was named Boundary Breaker of the Year at the This Is Youth celebration in recognition of her resilience and selfless determination. Awards judge Jodie Ounslie-Better, known as Fury from TV show Gladiators, described Rosa as a shining example of what the award was about. Receiving a cancer diagnosis is tough no matter your age, and I am in complete awe of her positivity and selflessness during this time of her life. This is Youth judge Jodie Ounslie. Rosa's determination and resilience are among the reasons she stood out to me as this year's Boundary Breaker of the Year winner, she said. Receiving a cancer diagnosis is tough no matter your age, and I am in complete awe of her positivity and selflessness during this time of her life. Rosa's positivity knows no bounds, and to hear how that positivity, coupled with her Dauphy, has brought young people together, reducing isolation and providing reassurance, makes her a shining example of what This Is Youth Boundary Breaker of the Year stands for. Rosa said of her award, "It's really amazing. I just wasn't expecting it at all. I was very surprised when I found out, and I still wake up sometimes thinking, wow." Now in its 2nd year, the Duke of Edinburgh Charities This Is Youth recognizes the stories behind the Dauphy Awards, its 500,000 participants and nearly 40,000 volunteers, and celebrates the things young people achieve and the dedication of the adults who support them. The 6 other winners are All-Stars of the Year, Clarissa Kershaw, Amelie Parkin, Rosie O'Driscoll, Bethan Jenkins, Amelia Preece and Terry Lincoln, a group of Derbyshire police cadets aged 14 to 15 whose DOFE preparations and training potentially saved Terry's life when she collapsed during their expedition. Changemaker of the Year. Dora Abbey, 17, from Reading, who organises care packages for patients at the Royal Berkshire Hospital and is a member of its youth forum, as well as volunteering at a local care home and food bank. Trailblazer of the Year. Harry Jones, 18, from Great Missenden, near High Wycombe, who has overcome speech and language difficulties to complete his Gold Award. Innovator of the Year. Josh Ellicott, 17, from Bodmin, Cornwall, who designs recycled fabric clothing. Life Changer of the Year. Daniel Evans Tompkinson, 41, from Bolton, who has given young people with special educational needs life-changing opportunities through the DOFE, building important lifelong skills and helping some achieve independence they did not think possible. Torchbearer of the Year. Lisa Waring, 50, from Stone, Staffordshire, who has been supporting young people with their DOFE expeditions for 27 years. From news to politics, travel to sport, culture to climate, The Independent has a host of free newsletters to suit your interests. To find the stories you want to read, and more, in your inbox, click here.